The bad guys won in World War II. That's what Republican candidate for U.S. Senate in Minnesota, Royce White, had to say in a social media post from 2022, recently resurfaced in reporting by the Heartland Signal. White attempted to clarify that he's not pro-Nazi, just rather, quote, there were no good guys in that war. The controlling interests had a jump ball, end quote. White is running against incumbent Democrat Amy Klobuchar in the U.S. Senate race in Minnesota.